Today, we're going to talk about building a brand again. But today, we're going to talk about the much more important aspect of building a brand, which is the mindset and motivation. So, why is mindset and motivation so important, especially when it comes to building a brand? Because building a brand is hard. That's technically the summary of what this is going to be. Building a brand is hard. So you gotta understand that mindset and motivation will be the 90% of what your life is going to be if you are going to build a brand. So first is I've been working with brands before and I have been doing helping in the back end, building brands for the past 5 years. For the past more than 5 years, started way back 2019. So in my journey of building a brand, oftentimes people or brands that doesn't work out will always came from folks that didn't have the right mindset to build the brand in the first place. So building a brand is a long game. It's always going to be a long game. And I'm straightforward honest about that. And it's going to take some time. It's going to take some time to build a brand. It's going to take some time to build an audience around your brand. And it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be easy finding your audience. It's not going to be easy finding people who's going to like relate to what you do. But building a brand is worth it in the long game. Because the thing is, everything right now is one search away. So if you have a trustworthy brand that people actually trust what you do, and you show people what you do, and it seems to bring people a lot of positives, then it's going to be a great thing. You can do a lot, especially when you already have a brand. So first is you gotta understand what your why is. What's your why? Why are you doing it? Why are you doing it in the first place? So there's going to be a lot of why in there. So one of the things that I know that it's going to be a big deal when it comes to like mindset and motivation, most of the why that you're going to hear is I want to be my own boss and I want to quit my 9 to 5 job. And there's I have really no hate for people who has 9 to 5 jobs. First of all, I have been there before. Now I'm working on my own brand. I'm working on my own business. That takes a lot more than 9 to 5. So respect to the people who does 9 to 5. Respect to you with that one. But some people just want to get out of the rat race, and I'm one of those people. So one of the whys that I built a business in the back end, why I started reaching out to clients to help out marketing, studied marketing, for the past 6 years now, was because of exactly that. I wanted to get out of the rat race. I wanted to get out of the corporate life and I wanted to explore more. I wanted to learn more. I wanted to do things outside my job, and I did. I did learn. In what I learned throughout these years, I'm putting in here right now. So one would be understanding the why. Is it for your family? Is it for you? Or did you get burnt out on a job you never really loved in the first place? So you decided to do your job. You decided to do your stuff, and this time you're willing to invest in you. So those are the few things. Okay, those are the few things. So always find your why first. Why is very important. Why you start is very important, and also gotta learn to expect what the negative things of what you're going to do is going to happen. So there are a lot of people who won't believe in you, especially when you start building your own brand, building your own business from scratch, start to sell products and all that. There's definitely going to be a lot of haters. People are going to laugh at you and all that because people did laugh at me. I don't know about you. People thought I was crazy when I started started working from home and building my own business, working for people online, offering offering my services offshore and all those stuff. So first of all, there's going to be a lot of people that's going to judge you for that. But what I say, do what you want, okay? Do what you want, because at the end of the day, you're going to be the one who's going to be doing all the hard work you reap what you sow. Okay, so from that logic right there, whatever you do moving forward is, the consequences of what you did. That's for sure. So if you're going to happy about the decisions that you're going to make, then just leave them be. You don't need to really react to them, and don't be mindful of them. I'm just saying, because I did struggle a lot with that as well. So another thing about it. The second thought would be, that was the first one, finding your why, and the second one would definitely be staying motivated through challenges. This is the reason why that I always promote to my clients, or the people that I work with, to always promote discipline instead of motivation. Okay, so building a brand is not going to be like, hey, I do it when I want to type of thing. No, it's not. Treat it like a job. Treat it like a responsibility. I always say that. uh, if your brand is going to revolve around taking videos, taking pictures, or social media presence, like, for example, if you're going to be on video a lot, you need to practice being in front of video for a very long time. Okay, you need to spend like an hour a day practicing talking in front of a camera. Because first and foremost, it's not going to be easy talking in front of a camera. You're gonna feel that awkward thing, that the back of your mind, that you're talking to nobody, and you're gonna feel like you're a little crazy whilst doing that. Another thing would be, you're going to start selling something, start dialing. Start dialing. It's the same thought. Okay, that depends on what type of brand are you going to do, what the brand that you're going to build is going to be. Are you going to be selling stuff? Are you going to be a YouTuber? Are you going to be an influencer in TikTok? Whatever it may be, it takes practice, and you need to do it over and over and over again. And this is the reason why that you need to be disciplined in what you're going to do. So it's something that you need to do every day, and it becomes like a muscle memory on once you start doing it. It is because practice makes perfect, is what they say. And this is true. This is true. It becomes second nature if you do it. If you do it over and over again. So, for example, let's just say if you want to learn how to sell, you need to be rejected. You need to be rejected multiple times, and you need to assess as well. You need to assess. You listen to the call where you got rejected, and listen to yourself. Hey, I could have done this. I could have done that. Assessment of what you did will be very important. It's because you gotta understand that this time you're not competing with anybody else, but you're competing with your past self. So just like in the book Atomic Habits, you tend to need to improve like 1% at a time. And that's true. You don't need 100% or 180-degree change. That's like you're a totally different person. It's not gonna work that way. So I suggest that you take 1% at a time, and that works better than just really changing, and just changing the way you are. Just improve the way you are. Okay. So next stop would be cultivating a growth mindset. So you are going to grow. You are going to grow, and this is the third one. And I think this is also something that's really important, because growth is going to be uncomfortable. It's going to test you. Growth is going to test you more than anything else. That's the reason why I like the quote that not learning anything, or being just stagnant, is scary. Try growing, actually growing, because it's going to make you uncomfortable. It's going to test you. You are going to experience things that you haven't experienced before. You're going to be losing a lot of friends during the process. Those are just part of growth. Because just like what people say, especially when it comes to friendship and all that, people who genuinely wants you to grow, those are your true friends. And if your friends keeps dragging you down, then you know what they are. And I don't want to be negative or anything like that, but there are people like that in our life that you need to check, that maybe it's time to change friends and all that. Because sometimes the environment or our surroundings impacts the way you think the most. And once you're frustrated of who you are on what you do, or you're like uneasy on what's going on with your life, that really has something to do with the people that you're surrounding yourself with. So that's something that you got to give yourself a check. So that's what I say when I talk about having the right mindset in starting a brand. Okay, so just like you said, I've been doing this for the past for more than half a decade now. 100% of the time, or 100% of the time, those brands that didn't have the right mindset to start it with in the first place didn't pan out. They just didn't happen. The brand did not shoot off the way they wanted to shoot off. And I suggest you start with that. And once you start your brand, continue grinding. And I hope that this video will help you out somehow. And just leave a comment below if you have any questions. I'm very happy to help. Thanks.